Vlog every day in August. Nothing rhymes with August. When hinges creak in doorless chambers, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, wherever candle lights flicker, where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. I have been obsessed with Walt Disney World's and Disneyland's Haunted Mansion ever since I was about 6. My parents first took me to Disney World. We lived in Alabama. The first time I ever rode the Haunted Mansion, like a lot of kids, I was terrified. I was frightened, I hated it, I was crying, I wanted it to end, and then it ended, and then I went back, I think the next day, and I got over it, and I started to enjoy it, and started to see that it was more funny than scary. It just grew and grew, and became something that went from being a fear to an interest. Altogether, I've been to Disney theme parks at least 4 times in my life. And the Haunted Mansion became my favorite ride and the thing that makes me, to this day, still want to go to the Disney parks. I love that ride now. I would live in the Haunted Mansion if I could. There's this really great site called doombuggies.com that you all should check out. It's all about the entire ride. It's all about the history and how it works, and it's just amazing. And I just remember the first time I went on there, it just made me even more obsessed. I have clear memories. I was like 9 years old, playing with my friend Lauren Settlemeyer and her little sister Sydney Settlemeyer, and we would put Sydney in this little wagon and wheel her around Sydney's backyard, Lauren and Sydney's backyard. So we'd put Sydney in the wagon because Sydney was littler and it was fun to scare her because she was littler. And we would wheel her through the backyard, pretending that the backyard was the Haunted Mansion. And I would reenact parts of the ride that I remembered. And I would just do spooky things and say spooky things and make scary noises and wheel her around, and eventually Sydney would be like, "Stop, I don't want to play anymore," because it would scare her. But as I grew up, my love of that place did not change. And I actually have a book somewhere that's from the Doom Buggies website all about how the ride works and Pepper's ghost and things like that tell you, the dancing ghosts, that is not a hologram. For years, people thought it was a hologram, including Bill Nye the Science Guy, but it is not. It's actually a technique called Pepper's Ghost you use glass, and it's a reflection on the glass. It's like a light and glass trick, and that is why the women are leading the dancing, because it's a reflection, and they didn't take that into consideration when they were making the dancing ghosts animatronics. It's things like that. When we came back from Disney World, I think the first time, my parents had their cake topper, their wedding cake topper, on their dresser. And it's just this cute, it's the little white cake topper with a bride and a groom. And I had to pass their room to get to my room. And I would see the cake topper, and it would remind me of the bride in the Haunted Mansion, and it would scare the crap out of me, so I was afraid to go past their room. I was hardcore, and I still am hardcore into that ride. I have the song, the Grim Grinning Ghosts song, on my computer. I listen to it a lot. It's an illusion, too. Everything in there is pretty much just one big illusion. The Haunted Mansion itself is not that beautiful facade that you see. That is not where the ride is. The ride is in this big building behind that facade, and for the longest time I didn't realize. I was like, wow, how do they crowd all of this into this one little house? But it's trickery. It made me really want to work for Disney, specifically on that ride. That's one of my dream jobs. If I could work in the Haunted Mansion at Disney World, I would be one happy person. I could work at the Haunted Mansion and write screenplays. That would be the life. I still wish I could live there. In fact, someday when I get married, I would love to get married in front of the Haunted Mansion, or nearby the Haunted Mansion. That's how much I love it. I would have a Haunted Mansion themed wedding. Hurry back, hurry back. Be sure to bring your death certificate.